was like, okay, let's go and see it. It was ridiculous. It was super ridiculous. Actually, the first, before a sex scene, the movie was good. Because it was about how this young woman was in this car accident. It was super traumatic. She lost the love of her life. Everybody blamed her for the car accident. She ended up going to prison for it. That was like the first 2 minutes of the movie. She is pregnant in the prison, obviously, from the guy who died, her boyfriend. And when she like gives birth in prison, they take the baby away, and after years she gets out of prison and she wants to go and see her baby, but the mother of her ex who died, not ex, like the mother of her boyfriend who died, won't let her see the baby because she's a criminal and they blame her for their son's death. She starts working at the supermarket to try to make money because she's like trying to prove that she deserves a second chance. So that premise stuff started happening, I was like, this show has lost the plot. It's like really painful to watch at times. After that, I still haven't finished it fully. Like, I don't know what happens in the end, but I'm at this part where, spoilers ahead, major spoilers, okay? Skip a minute if you don't want to be spoiled. Basically, they found another planet, and I'm at that part where they're obviously having conflicts with the people there because they always find a way to fuck up the whole thing. It's like, if we just kill the bad guys instead of being like, oh, this time we'll be good, our problems would disappear. But like, every time they're like trying to be the good guys, and they're like, oh, we've been bad, we've been genocidal, now let's be good. Shit blows up in their face. So when they should be bad, they're not bad, and the plot goes bad. When they should be good, they're terrible. Literally, there's a genocide in this movie, in this film, not film, sorry, in this series, there's an actual genocide. Like, it's crazy. And like, the leader, basically, it destroys an entire community of people, and I think the other leader also does the same. It's insane. And then they're still like loved by everyone, which is just mind-blowing to me. But the AI stuff still continues, and it's just like, I'm like, where is this going? It becomes very convoluted and crazy. But I want to see where it goes, so I keep watching it. Alright, I watched the new movie with Dylan O'Brien. Well, he had a few new movies, but I haven't seen all of them and where they're published. So this is on Disney Plus, from what I'm aware of. Like, as soon as it dropped, I watched it. It's called Send Help. It's freaking fantastic. It's got the Rachel McAdams. I think she was in The Notebook, right? It stars her and Dylan O'Brien. They're stranded at this island, and they're trying to survive, and Rachel's character is like a person who wants to be on Survivor, the TV show, so she has all these survival skills, and Dylan O'Brien is her boss at work. So they're playing crashes, and they're stranded on this island, and he's like being, like, the roles are reversed, like he needs her rather than she needs him, because he's her boss. And it just is so funny, and also like thrilling, amazing acting. Like, I freaking love that. I definitely rewatch it. Like, at the end, I love the line that she says. But yeah, definitely watch it if you wanted like good comedy thriller. It's really good. It's called Send Help on Disney Plus. The next movie I watched at the theater is the one with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. This has been out for a while. It's called The Drama. I really enjoyed this one as well, although my friend who went to see it said that she didn't like it at all. So I think it would depend on what type of person you are. It's like kind of like hate or love it kind of situation. It's like a surreal kind of movie. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like they're getting married, like they're preparing for their wedding, and at this like cake tasting, menu tasting thing, as a group of friends, they're like talking about all the bad stuff that they did. Like, what was the worst thing that you did before? And everybody like confesses to the worst thing that they as well. Like the way it's filmed, like when they're practicing, I'm like, what is this tiny ass court? And like the players look too short to me. Like I don't know. There's like love and like drama and like brothers being awful, and woman empowerment and all these things. But yeah, it is a funny, like, lighthearted TV show that I watch. I watched Devil Wears Prada 2. I feel like I talked about it, but if I haven't already, I didn't really like it. It's definitely no better than the first one, because it's very like mid. Like I don't think they did anything super controversial, and I think they made a boring movie, honestly. Like I found myself bored watching it. Like they were talking about like the changing landscape of journalism and media and fashion and magazines, which is all well and good. But Miranda was a bitch still, and Andy had this like love plot that really didn't need to be there. Like I don't really care, and I feel like she didn't grow as a character at all. Like she kept making these mistakes or being innocent when she's like a freaking businesswoman and like a journalist who's won awards, and she was saying things that were quite dumb. Like I don't think if you have a very seasoned career in any industry, the way her character progressed, it seems quite silly to me. Like she couldn't have achieved the accolades that she did without growing, but the way that they wrote her character didn't portray that at all, one bit. Like I liked Emily because she's just fun, but I love Emily Blunt. Like she's so sick. Like recently, like she's been in so many good things. I mean, not even recently, but she's just overall, I really enjoy her. Yeah, I mean, I really like The Assistant. I forget that actress's name. She's in Sex Education. She's in Bridgerton. She was really, really good. She was my highlight, honestly. I would love to see her like star in a movie, just her being like a bratty little assistant. Like it would be great, and like get a job in fashion or something. Like it would be really good, because she did so well. But yeah, it was just mid movie. I would watch it if you're curious, though. I'm sure it'll come out streaming if it isn't already. Next movie I watched is on Amazon Prime. It's called How to Lose a Popularity Contest. It stars Sarah Weiss from, oh my god, the Netflix TV series. I can't remember the name because they haven't made a season in 2 years, but I really love that series. If you know Sarah Weiss, you know Sarah Weiss, but the other one is a TikToker. It's an okay movie. It's like a rom-com. I enjoyed it. The acting, I don't know if it was that good. Like Hudson Lowadi, I don't know his actual name. It's really bad. I know his TikTok username. But his acting was kind of like monotone. Like it didn't do that many expressions. It wasn't terrible to the point like you want to turn off the TV, but it was kind of like there was no range. But I think it was his first acting role, so it was enjoyable enough. I'd give like a 5 or a 6 out of 10, but like Sarah is really good. So next is another movie that I watched on Amazon Prime. It is called next one is also on Amazon Prime. All of these next ones is on Amazon Prime. It's called Beautiful Disaster. This is my second rewatch. I only watched it to put it in the background. It's an absolute shit show of a movie. If you want to laugh and at something that's super ridiculous, definitely this is the movie. Beautiful Disaster is like a Wattpad. I am sure it's from a book adaptation that started off on Wattpad. It has Dylan Sprouse in it, and I'm so sorry to the female actor. Like, I can't remember. I don't know her name. The whole thing is quite ridiculous. Like, she's this clumsy girl, and he's a boxer, and they fall in love. Like, I don't know, something like that. Pretty Lethal was pretty terrible. Pretty Lethal is a ballerina movie with action and Uma Thurman for some reason. It is the worst movie I've ever seen on this list. It's the worst movie on this list. It's worse than Reminders of Him. I'm so sorry. It stars do you know Chandelier by Sia, the dancer, the girl that was in it? She was also on Dance Moms. I'm trying to do word associations to get her name. Her name is Maddie Ziegler. It stars Maddie Ziegler. It stars a girl who was on, I think she was in All the Boys I've Loved Before, if I'm not wrong, but it stars another girl that was in like a popular rom-com. So you would think that it would be kind of okay, but it was so like ridiculous. Like, they are on a school trip in a bus. They're going to perform in a European country or something. It's a group of ballerinas, right? And their van breaks down, and instead of staying in the van and waiting for somebody to come and repair it, they decide, oh, let's just walk to this random castle-looking place. They get trapped there. The people there turned out to be psychos, and they try to kill them. And then there's a lot of like fight scenes. I don't really understand the point of the movie. I don't think there's a point. There's Uma Thurman, who is an ex-ballerina who's absolutely seething with jealousy, I guess, tries to kill girls as well. I don't know, there's like really gross scenes. We kind of like skipped forward most of the movie because it was so bad. It was unwatchable. I don't understand. Like, I saw it being advertised. I was like, oh, this might be good. Like, but it was just super weird. I don't understand. I don't know who it's made for. It was just strange. So I would definitely say avoid Pretty Lethal. It was terrible. The next one I watched apparently is also based on a book, but I think it's based on a book, but I don't understand like how the book would be. I feel like it would be boring, but I'm sorry, I don't know, like it might be better. The Long Walk is literally about a long walk. It's quite like jarring, and it's quite scary to watch. It's very traumatizing. It's about like an oppressive government. It's just about the power that the government has, and it's kind of like, so basically there's this thing that's called the Long Walk, where boys can sign up to it, and basically one person comes out of it alive. I did like enjoy watching it. I really didn't like the ending, but like I could see why it ended that way. It was very sad. Like, the whole thing was extremely sad, because obviously the premise is everyone is going to die but one person, so yeah, you know, and they're like talking to each other and making friends along the way, and it's just freaking terrible. And they're doing it so that they can get money I would say like the boys that were in it, the men, they were really good. It is just really traumatizing and gross. It's graphic. But yeah, I would say proceed with caution if you want to watch this. It's like a very dark movie. The next thing I already talked about in my whisper ramble. It's called Outlast the Jungle. Definitely don't switch up from here. This is a reality TV game show. I would say I would watch it because I had fun, because it was quite ridiculous. Like the characters they were able to put together in this one season was freaking fantastic. A lot of like observations of how toxic masculinity presents itself. Also, like you can watch in this show, like I could not believe that these men in that particular group were treating people so badly, women so badly. I'm very happy they got their comeuppance, because it's just ridiculous. And I think they treat people like, if they treat people like that in a game show where everybody is going to watch them, so you would think that you would kind of watch how you act, because millions of people, thousands at least, are gonna see you and judge you. If you act like that in front of that many people, yeah, I wonder what you act like that when you're alone with someone. Like, so horrible. But there were also so many good people on that show that were funny and kind. But also it was very cool to see people's dynamics and how they were strategizing and going each other's backs. So it was entertaining. I am continuing to watch One Tree Hill. I don't have much to say about that. It's just really boring at the moment. It doesn't have the main two, like the main couple in it anymore. I'm at like season 9 or 10. So it's like there are some dramatic things that happened that were like super dramatic, but like people just seem to have just moved on from it. Like, spoilers ahead, but there's this car accident that happens with the teacher that's taking 3 students to a play date or something. The one of the kids in the car is like the kid of the main couple of the show, basically Jamie, and Brooke is one of the main characters, arguably the most iconic one. Gorgeous Sophia Bush, like freaking phenomenal. She is out on a drive. She sees this car accident. Okay, she's like stops and there's a storm, and that's why they like the car. I think the teacher lost control of the car. The car is like upside down, like on its side. So she gets the teacher out. There's a girl in the car. She gets them out, and Chuck, Jamie's bestie. So they all go to the hospital and to get help. Jamie can't get out of the car because there is a seat belt. So she tries to get Jamie out of the car, to no avail. Her husband to be drives past and like finally finds them. As soon as he's about to walk towards them and help them, guess what happens? Another car, dangerously driving, just bam into that car, and Jamie and Brooke go flying off the bridge, which we already had a car accident on this bridge, and like way before, like in an earlier season, which was also very dramatic. But basically the car is in the river now, and it's like filled up to here to their necks, but it's not going, but there's like some sort of dam or something. And Julian, Brooke's husband to be, like obviously he's like jumped in and he's in the car and he's trying to get Brooke, who is now also stuck, out of the car, and Brooke is like, please save the child, because he's a freaking child, and Julian is like, oh my god, I'm gonna save you first. Like, oh my god, it was so stupid. Like 5 minutes, Brooke and Julian were like having eye contact and speaking to just like left and gone into the kitchen. But oh my god, who is that? Quinn appears in the doorway and she has a bullet in her hand, and she eventually shoots the crazy bitch who tried to already kill her once. And it's super, super traumatizing because she broke into her house. She was stalking her the whole time, right? Granted, Quinn was also stalking her, but it's because she already tried to kill her in the previous season and almost accomplished it. She's like lurking in her house. Quinn hides under her bed, and the crazy girl is like drags her by the feet. Oh my god, can you imagine? And they chase each other around this house, like there's stabbing and all this stuff going on, and finally, she gets rid of her. But like, that is the most dramatic thing that I could ever think of. The police comes and takes her away. Alright, so far what we gathered in this episode is one main character died and came back to life. The other main character almost died, jumped out of a window into a pool, shot someone, and locked up her attempted murderer into prison, right? Next episode. What do you think happens in the next episode? Is there any unpacking of that trauma? Do we see how the characters are dealing with that, like, event? Is Brooke at least, like, tired or something? Like, no. They go to a bachelorette party. So anyway, One Tree Hill is so freaking funny because it's ridiculous, and it's just like, it's not about basketball, but they really like hammer it down to like the court is the life, like the river court. It's like, I don't really care, and I don't think the show is about that. But it's just so funny the way that they like shove basketball down your throat, even though it has nothing to do with basketball anymore, and I'm not sure if it ever did. But yeah, it's an iconic 2000s TV show that I think every millennial has watched and grew up with, so I had to watch it. And to me, when I saw clips of it when I was younger, I didn't think that the show was about teenagers, but they are. Like, when the show starts out, everybody's in high school, and when I was growing up, I always pictured them as adults, like, the whole way, because literally, like, Haley gets pregnant when she's 18 years old, so I never thought that it was a relatable TV show. So this is why I just now, like, last year started watching it, because to be fair, most of the things that happen in the show super unrelatable to most teenagers, because like teen pregnancy, like she becomes a mom, she's touring with her band, the other one is doing other things, like it's just, yeah, it's a ridiculous show. Anyway, next up is Off Campus, which is a very recent one and everyone's like obsessed with it. It's also on Amazon Prime. I liked it. I thought that there were parts of it which were cringe and unnecessary, like name repeating people in the first episode, like, so that they hammer down like who people are. I don't really care. I don't think that should have been in there. There were other cringe things, but like, what do you expect? But I feel like if I were to read the book, I feel like the book would be worse. I hope constantly crap. So I'm glad that they're changing it and making it better. Because this book is like a smutty book about high schoolers, like like college students. So there should be some changes made. I think it was written like Wattpad times, and if you know, you know. I also talked about this show, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders season 3. Actually, I don't know if I talked about it, but I watched it in 2 days. Obviously, gotta watch Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. I freaking love it. They got a pay rise. I think they used to get $20 an hour, and now they get $60 an hour. Whoop. The players obviously get so much more, and these girls have other jobs to sustain themselves, and they were being judged by like Kelly and Judy for doing brand deals and stuff. When how are they going to have another job when they're practicing all the time and they're like in pain? Like, it's so ridiculous to expect them not to do it, because this is the only thing that's kind of good that comes from sacrificing so much of your time to all this practice and cheering and injuries. At least you get some notoriety and like a platform to gain an extra income, because their income from cheerleading is not enough. And I feel like the way that they show the girls, they live quite like humble lives compared to like other reality TV stars. These girls just have normal jobs, you know. But yeah, I really had a good time watching it. I really like watching it. It's obviously very American, but I do think like they're very lovely. Next up is the 4 Seasons season 2. If you haven't watched this show, I definitely recommend it. I don't think I recommended most, like I didn't like definitely recommend most things here, but like the 4 Seasons is a really good show. It's funny. It's about friends that meet up to go to vacation or see each other every season. But I can't talk about the second season because it like spoils everything that happens in the first one, so you need to go and watch the first one. It's like short episodes, so it's very nice and easy to get into. It's all about relationships and life, and I think it would appeal to a lot of people. And everybody would take something else, like something different from it. But I definitely enjoyed this season as well. It has Tina Fey in it, Coleman Domingo, and I don't remember the other 2. But it's great. It's freaking amazing. This is quite a new movie. It's called Voicemails for Isabel. It stars the same girl that's in Buffaloed. She's really good. And it also has Nick Robinson. It's a love, like a rom-com-y kind of movie. The first part did make me cry. I didn't expect it, but it was like super heartfelt, and like I was just like bawling. But the first 10 minutes, that is, because they just explain everything that happened to give an overview of her past in the first 10 minutes, and then it goes into her life and how she's doing in the present and how these 2 meet. Basically, she's leaving voicemails for her dead sister, and somehow, which I don't think it makes any sense, but he has the number that her sister used to have. So the voicemails go to this guy's phone, and he's been getting to know her because of listening to the voicemails, but he fails to disclose this fact, and obviously you can kind of predict that this leads to some sort of conflict, whatever. But it's a nice and cheesy movie that was enjoyable to watch. has Emily Blunt in it. She's freaking fantastic in it. Who's the guy that's in it? He was in The Challengers. He was in all other stuff too, but he is also really good. Can't remember her name though. His name though, I'm sorry. Basically, Disclosure Day is an alien movie. I don't know what else to say about it, but Coleman Domingo also feeds you the line that's supposed to be the point of the movie, which is empathy and how humans should have more empathy towards one another, and that's all it is about. Like, it's good. Steven Spielberg is the director. I felt like it was directed like kind of like a, I don't know if it's old Hollywood, but it was directed like an old movie almost. Like maybe Steven is like stuck in a time. Like, I don't want to say that about him, but this movie felt like an old school formulaic type of movie where I knew what was going to happen, and the aliens, spoilers, the aliens look like aliens that you, like the traditional looking alien, you know, like with the big eyes and shit. I'm like, whenever an alien movie does that, I'm like, I would want an alien to look different. That would be a cool spin on it, but you know, they just look like the traditional alien. I really liked Emily and the funny parts of the movie. I really enjoyed. I didn't know that there could have been a better story. Like, it left you wanting something more at the end. Although it wasn't a bad movie, it could have been a better movie. So, but I did enjoy it, and it didn't feel like I learned that the movie was almost like 2.5 hours. I didn't feel like it was 2.5 hours. I thought it was so well paced, grabbed your attention, and I didn't feel bored at all at any point, which I think in this day and age is an achievement. So just take it as an alien movie. It's about empathy, and just watch it. You know, I don't think I would watch it again because I don't think there is like anything else that I take from it. Like with things that I watch again and again, it's either like I'm really entertained by like The Office, or it's something like The Bear, which I'm gonna talk about now, where I think I would find another lesson or a feeling that I've been captured that I can't put into words, and I just want to watch it over and over again, because anytime I watch it, I'll be in a different state of my life, and I just get another experience of it just by being in another moment of my life. Do you know what I mean? But The Bear, the final season, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was really good. I loved it. It was so good. The soundtrack, Hans Zimmer. I loved the energy that it gave it. I loved the structure that they did. Like, I feel like it was really, really good. I love that they included a little bit to kind of do fan service to spoilers. Carmi's mom at one point during the last season looks at a picture, and basically Natalie's husband is like, oh, this is Sydney and this is Carmi, obviously your son, and she's like, oh, are they dating? And Natalie's husband is like, I don't think so, but a show that's like, if you have an attention deficit because of scrolling, it's gonna take you a while to get used to it. But honestly, once you just immerse yourself in it, you will, I think. But yeah, I like it. And the latest thing that I finished watching is The Testaments, and oh my god, I don't know why I didn't watch it earlier, because it came out this year, but it came out like earlier, but I was like, I don't understand. It is a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. I have not watched The Handmaid's Tale. Obviously, it's based on the classic book by Margaret Atwood. I have not read the book either, but I know like the concept. I'll probably go and watch The Handmaid's Tale now, because I want to watch The Testament season 2 so bad, but it's definitely not going to be coming out until next year. It's so good. It's so good. Like, it was so good. I don't have any notes. The acting was phenomenal. The lady, she was probably in Handmaid's Tale too, because she was like, oh, I know your mom or whatever. But like, that lady was in the headmistress of the school that the girls go to in the show. That actress was in another culty TV show, The Leftovers. If you ever saw it, it's like about religion. I don't know, it's about a lot of things, but if you haven't seen The Leftovers, I feel like you might enjoy it. If you like testaments, and any culty type of stuff, like existential type stuff. But she was in that too, and she was in that cult, so I was like, oh, okay, typecast, I see you. But yeah, she is also phenomenal. Like, it's so scary watching it, how such a society was normalized, but it's literally happening right now, you know, in Afghanistan. Like, that's, and even worse. Like, it's just mind-boggling to see that and know that there are people in that situation, and even a worser situation. But yeah, The Testaments, fantastic, very entertaining. I was on the edge of my seat. Definitely recommend. And the last thing that I'm going to say is the show that I'm currently watching, and it's totally different to The Testaments because it's basically like a cheesy small town drama thing. It's called Sullivan's Crossing. I think it takes place in Canada, in Nova Scotia, and it's got Luke from Gilmore Girls, and it also has One Tree Hill main character, who's not in it at the part that I'm watching, but the blonde One Tree Hill main guy, what's her name? Lucas Scott. He's in it. And the girl, the female main character, I have no idea where she was in before. I don't think I've seen her in anything before that, but this is the 4th season that's come out, and I didn't expect to like the show as much as I did, but I did like it. I thought it was fun. Yeah, I just like watch it when I eat lunch, so it's not like a mind-boggling kind of TV show. It's like a lighthearted and dramatic, but it's like I can eat lunch with it, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm watching currently, and I said that I was not going to talk about each point so much, but here we are an hour later. I hope you enjoyed this, what ended up being a ramble. I hope you took away a suggestion or two, a movie or a show that you might want to watch. Let me know if you have seen anything recently that really stood out to you that you recommend I watch. I definitely check it out. I have she's having her second baby. She's literally in like 4 or 5 movies this year, which is insane amount of work, and they're all like different, vastly different things. I think she's in the Odyssey, she's in Verity that's coming out, which I'm definitely going to watch that. That's gonna be interesting. She was obviously in Devil Wears Prada. She's going to be in a movie about some dinosaurs, but yeah, she